waist out.
Yeah, waist up. So she'd have to take off both shirts, bra, all that kind of stuff. All right, first one is an AP humerus. So we need to get the CR on her humerus. So step to the left. One more, little one. Little kitty more. Okay. So we're on her humerus. What I like to do to make sure you have everything is put a finger in the crack and a finger on the shoulder. And are both of my finger shadows in the light field right now?
Yes.
Okay, so that means I've got this and I've got this. If they weren't, I would have to adjust it up and down to make sure that I got everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and line that up because I'm not gonna move my tube again. I should put this the correct way. Okay. Now we're gonna get her interepicondylar line parallel to the IR. And I can show some collimation. She's shielded. Hold your breath, don't breathe. Beep, breathe and relax.
And that's a
AP humerus.
Okay.
And the reason we tell them to hold their breath is just because we don't want movement, right?
If you're a shoulder breather. Weird thing. Okay, now we're gonna take the interepicondylar plane and we're gonna turn it so that it gets perpendicular. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so now that's perpendicular. Crack is still in there, shoulder's still in there. Hold your breath, don't breathe. Beep. That's a lateral humerus. Right, remember we were talking about after the quiz?
Yep.
Like you're holding
Proximal
the pen?
humerus in a lateral position.
Okay.
Okay, and if she comes in injured and it's really hurting her, what are we gonna do?
Nothing.
What's that called?
Just let it hang neutral.
Neutral. So that's a neutral. And her interepicondylar should be 45 degrees at a neutral because that's how we normally stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna shoot it just as is, like that. Hold your breath, beep, breathe.
So all three of those, she doesn't even have to move.
Her body, no.
Yeah.
This, yes.
Well, yeah.
Rotate
But
the
her
arm.
body, nothing else moves, yep. Okay, now I need to get 190 degrees from this neutral. So I'm gonna take this arm and I'm gonna put it right down the central ray. So you're gonna turn towards me, put your right arm against there. Step forward.
And this is the one you said you're gonna set up like an AP and then just turn them.
Because if you started from here, you wouldn't know where it is.
Okay.
Raise this arm up over your head. Okay, so she's lateral, but we need a slight anterior rotation. Okay, and now I'm gonna tell her to breathe normally. 3 minimum, 4 to 5 preferred.
Is that to blur?
Yep,
Okay.
blur, what? Two
Everything in
things.
front of it.
2 things.
The
Ribs
and the lungs.
and the lung markings.
I was gonna say that, I was like, I'm the patient.
You're the patient.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Okay, so this is called a transthoracic. And when I'm looking at her, when she's got her arm up, here's one humeral head and here's the other. So we definitely don't need a tube angle. If they were still here, we'd need 10 to 15 cephalic, but they're here. So
And
we
that
don't need it.
interior rotation is,
It says to remove this humerus from lung
but
structures.
there's no degree.
No,
Okay.
it's just slight.
Slight, okay.
Okay, relax. That is a transthoracic. Now we need shoulders. So you're gonna put your back up against there. Shoulders are on a 10 by 12 landscape. All right, step to your left. We need a little bit of light above and we need a little bit of light on the side. So teeny step to your left again. Okay. So we have light above, we have light on the side, and we need at least 2/3 of the clavicle. We have her entire clavicle. So we've got more than enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and line this up. This is a 10 by 12, I'm being lazy. Okay, now same thing as the humerus. I'm gonna take her interepicondylar plane, make it parallel to the IR. Okay, so this is an AP external rotation shoulder. Hold your breath, beep, relax. New cassette. Now I'm gonna take this interepicondylar plane and I'm gonna make it perpendicular to the IR. This is an AP internal rotation. Hold your breath, beep, relax. And if we thought it was dislocated or broken, something was, we would just shoot a
Neutral.
hold your breath, beep, relax. Now, if we thought this was a dislocation, there's a specific thing we're gonna do. What's that called?
Axial.
The Y.
Or wide.
Wide view.
Y view.
So she's gonna come in like this and be like, oh, why? So hand across the stomach. And this is the scapula we're looking at. So I'm going to come around here Okay, what I'm gonna do, go over here a sec, Alex. I wanna put her humeral head right there on that. So I'm gonna scoot her, put her humeral head right on that. And then this medial border of her scapula is where the CR goes. So it's right there. We're gonna make a fake line that we've never talked about, and there is no name for it. You're getting the humeral head and this border in a straight line. Okay, and you can kind of see the CR will go like this and creep and hit the humeral head. You see that? How it's coming? If she was like this, that line is not perpendicular to the IR. So you're gonna rotate her up until your two fingers are on top of each other and make that line. And that's a Y view. Hold your breath, beep, relax. And this is to look for dislocation of the shoulder joint. Okay, let me show you left just so you can see over here. If it was her left, now I'd take this left humeral head, stick it right in the CR, and then I'm looking at this, and there's my CR. I need it to be over here, so I'm gonna rotate her. Now it's there, and now this line is perpendicular to the IR. So her body's oblique 45 to 60 degrees, but the scapula is sitting like this, completely lateral. My view. Oh, I keep skipping. Okay, next one is called the posterior oblique shoulder, or the Gracie method. So I'm gonna take her body, and she needs 35, 45 degree rotation. And the CR is gonna go right here in the scapulohumeral joint. So a little step that way. There we go. That's right
that
there.
Little depression. Right?
The squishy part. This puts the glenoid cavity on profile, and it looks for a Bankart lesion. And since all we're looking for is super tiny, we can do a good amount of collimation. That's what that looks like. Arm isn't doing anything.
35 to 45 degrees.
Yep.
Is it preferred your marker one way over the other? Like how you have it
No,
sideways right now?
I'm just trying to get it away from the anatomy.
Okay.
A lot of this makes me crazy. The crooked, I don't know why.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does not matter at all. But I feel like at least put it strong.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get it away from the anatomy.
Okay. But it doesn't matter if we do it vertically or horizontally. Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's crosswise, but it just looks ugly.
Right.
Okay, hold your breath, beat. All right, so that is a posterior oblique shoulder, or the Gracie method. Now we need clavicles, so back up against there. And a clavicle is a 10 by 12 landscape. Okay, so I need my CR mid clavicle, so step to your left a little bit. There we go, that's mid clavicle. I have SC and I have AC in the light field. So we're good there. All right, this one has different breathing instructions, right? Yeah. I'm gonna show a little collimation. Deep breath in, hold it, beep, breathe and relax. We're trying to raise the clavicle up, so this is inspiration. Now we need an axial. Do you remember the range? 15, 30. 30 is for who?
Astenic.
Astenic, and she's definitely closer to the A than the hyper.
Right.
So let's do 25 for fun. 15, 25. Okay, I'm gonna hit right back where I was, mid clavicle. Okay, remember to line up your bucky.
And this is trauma.
No,
It's not trauma.
even just a regular clavicle needs an AP and an AP axial.
Okay.
All of them do. Deep breath in, hold it, beep, breathe and relax.
So it's not just when you see the mass.
No. It just even pain. Because if you saw a fracture, would you know if it's on the clavicle or the rib?
Right. Okay.
So anything, you
You
need
need
to
to pull
move
one
things
back.
away.
Okay.
Okay, now we need a scapula. That is a 10 by 12 portrait. All right. Let's see. The cheat says use the armpit. Okay, so I'm there. I like to do this to make sure that we got her entire scapula and find it. There's the bottom and there's the top. And my fingers are within the light field, so we definitely have it. That's just a check to make sure you've got it. Okay, now we can turn her back around. I'm not gonna move this again, so I'm gonna go ahead and line this up. That right in there. Okay, and now we're gonna do a 90-degree arm, and then we're gonna supinate the hand, keeping this 90 degrees. And we're over on the right, because it's a right scapula. So breathe normally. Breathe. 3, 4 to 5 preferred. And it's an AP scapula.
Why do you do the long exposure for this one?
We're blurring out the ribs and lung markings because they're covering the scapula. We need to make them blurry. All right, now we need a lateral of this scapula. So the only thing that's going to change from the wide view is where her arm goes. She's going to grab that. And then we're going to turn and do the exact same thing we did before. And I'm going to stick the humeral head right in the CR. And I need this over here. So she's going to rotate. And now that is right there. Look at this. Don't move your feet, Alex. See the CR is right here. All we want to do, see her scapula? It's right there. Like I can see the freaking thing right there. We want to take it and put it right there in that CR, in the crosshairs. Covering nothing, scapula right in it. Plenty of room for a marker. Hold your breath. Beep, breathe. That is a lateral scapula.
So for all the scapulas, you're on inspiration.
No, suspend.
Oh, suspend.
Hold your breath.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's what I meant. Sorry. You breathe in, hold.
No, just
No?
hold your breath. Whatever they do is what they do.
Okay.
It's probably going to be inspiration because someone says hold your breath. You're like,
Right. You're
but
gonna not breathe
on the
in.
test, it's not inspiration. It's just suspend.
Just suspend. Okay.
The only ones that are inspiration is clavicle.
Okay.
So this week, clavicle's inspiration, transthoracic and AP scapula are orthostatic. Everything else is suspend. All right, last one is AC joints. Aaron, you're going to have to scoot your boot. Come your way. Keep going. Keep going.
Like I didn't know who was
Okay,
behind me.
stop. All right, 72. Can you step out to the side, Alex?
Come on, right here.
Okay, so remember we need 7 by 17 because we're going to put 2 pictures on 1 cassette. Okay, so I got that there. So now go ahead and put your back up against there. Our CR is 1 inch above jugular notch, so I'm going to go up. Okay, 1 inch above jugular notch. I'm only going to use the top half of the cassette for the first picture. Okay, see how I'm only on the top half? If you need to check it, you can pull this out of detent and look. But don't forget to put it back. That'll be big, big problems. Okay, back in detent. And I'm gonna put my right marker here. Okay, hold your breath, don't breathe. Beep, breathe and relax, don't move. Do you remember how much weight she needs?
5 pounds. per
She's
arm.
a little one, so 5 to 8. Okay, and you're gonna take your hands and put them like this. And I'm gonna put these weights on your wrist at the same time. Got it? It is. Okay, so now that she's got the weights, we're gonna go to the bottom half of the cassette. Hold your breath, don't breathe. Beep, breathe, relax, drop them.
That was
So, some people would probably have problems holding the weights and they start shaking.
Yeah,
Would that be a problem?
I'm sure if you can't do it, you can't do it.
What? Yeah. What do you do if they can't hold it?
I've never done these in real life. Nobody
So
orders
is it
AC
not very?
joints.
It's not very
Yeah,
I
common.
saw a
Clavicles.
picture that they have them laying down. and it
That's
looked
if
like
they
towel.
can't stand. If you can stand, you have to somehow get pulling traction on there to open up the AC joint. I'm sure that weights they have probably are not that heavy. I saw a place that didn't have weights and they had milk jugs of water in them. And they're just holding them. So, we're just the book. We're in the fake world right now.
Yeah.
Fake world, everybody can hold them. That's it.
Not my left arm.
Is that?
No, it hurt.
Okay.